Hello, wonderful sixth graders. This is a overview of PowerPoint, which is a slideshow program, and we'll be using PowerPoint to create our first PowerPoint this week on all about me. So the information that we've been working with before. So to get started, you would start just like we've been doing before, and we're going to start typing PowerPoint. Click on PowerPoint, and it's going to open up. And it should look kind of familiar because it looks a little bit like Publisher that we've been working in, and of course it looks a little bit like Microsoft Word. So you should already be kind of familiar with how it works a little bit. And I'm just going to pick a template that I like. Same as with Publisher, you don't want to do just a plain one. Somebody has gone to the effort to design all these, so you want to use the designs that they've created. So I'm going to pick Ion. I don't know. And then it's going to give you some color choices, and I think I'm going to go with this blue one. Okay, click Create. All right, this is my title, my opening slide. So just like a title page on a report, it's going to give your basic information. So this is going to be all about, about me. And then I would put my name. Now I could change these fonts, make them bigger, I wouldn't want to make them much smaller because they're being projected onto the wall, so you want it to be pretty big because you don't want people to struggle with trying to read it. But the other thing I would put in here is, just like in every other program, I would insert a picture. Pictures make PowerPoints better. So on this one, it would be a picture of yourself. So if you haven't brought one of those in, start looking for one, or else I'm going to take a picture of you in class because you want to have a picture of your subject. So I'm going to go to pictures. I don't have a picture of me in here right now. I'm going to pick this pretty hydrangea. And then just like in everything else, we're going to size it. Put it where you want it to be, wherever you want that to be. It doesn't matter. It could be wherever you want it to be. All right, so that's our first slide. Done. That easy. All right, so the same as with Publisher is you can transfer all your information from Microsoft Word that you've already typed up. You just copy it and paste it. The difference is you do not use full sentences on a PowerPoint. You use bullet points. Because the point of PowerPoint is to support you when you're speaking. So you don't want it to give everything. You don't want people reading the slides and not paying attention to you. So our next slide, we're going to go to Home, and all you're going to do is click this button that says New Slide. Now there's a bunch of choices in here that you can do, all kinds of different ones, and these are all text boxes that you see that are kind of outlined here, and some are for pictures, some are for text, but I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to pick Slide and Content. That's probably what would have happened if I would have just clicked New Slide. So here's my new slide. Text box, I'm just going to enter it, and just like in our brochure, our first slide is going to be Favorite Bible Verse. Okay, so and then you would not type your entire Bible verse. You would probably have that memorized, but I'm going to put the scripture reference, and then I would have put a picture that goes with that. So from your pictures, I'm just going to Google a Bible picture really quick so I can get it. Let's just say I want this one. We don't Google for pictures in here, so you'll need to have these pictures or use the ones that we've already found. Ooh, that's humongous. All right, so we just got to size it to fit. Make it tiny, bring it over, make it smaller, bring it over until it fits on our page. I'm going to slide over. Uh-oh, I lost it, guys. And this is what happens sometimes. So I'm going to bring it over, and there we go. And I wouldn't want it to cover up John 3:16. In fact, I don't know what happened to it, but let's put it back in. All right, so if my words disappeared, we're going to go back, and we can insert a text box. John 3:16. All right, and then I would say my Bible verse, and I can move this over here if I wanted to. I can make it humongous, which is probably what I'm going to do. It'll let me in there. It's being ornery. I'm going to select it. Home. make it big, and we're going to do something with this in just a second. So you would continue doing that until all your slides were complete. And I'll give you a list of exactly what slides you're going to need. But the other two things I want you to be familiar with are design. Well, we've already covered that. That was where you picked out your slides, and you don't want plain slides. It's transitions and animations, and you need to know the difference between these. Transitions is slide to slide and the way they move. Okay? So I'm going to put a transition, and all I did was click on my slide over here to the left. I'm going to put a transition on this, and you're going to see it happen. I'm going to choose shred. So you'll kind of see what happens here. See how it came in like that? That's my transition for that slide. Now I'm going to go to this one, select a different slide. I'm going to select a different transition. Crush. Okay? So that's my two transitions, all right? So now the difference between transitions and animations is transitions is the entire slide. Animations is each individual item on the slide. So if I click on animations and I click on this text box, I can do all kinds of things to this. I could teeter it. See how it teeters? I can click on this one. I can zoom it. See how it zoomed in? And then I can do something to my picture. I don't like color pulse. It doesn't really show you that much, so I'm going to bounce it. Okay. So I've applied all those. And see, they're numbered. So this one's going to happen first, this one's going to happen second, and this one's going to happen third. All right, so you can rearrange them, and we'll talk about that. And also, each one happens on click, and we can change that to automatically or after. Let's do after previous. We're almost done. So and if you need to watch this again, you can do that. All right. So I'm going to start back at my slide, and this is the last tab we're going to use right here. We're going to do slideshow from beginning, and this is going to preview our slideshow. All right, so it opened like that. To get to the next slide, I'm pressing my space bar, and you're going to see what happens. It crumbles up. My favorite Bible verse shakes, and then in comes everything else. And that's how PowerPoint works, very simply. All right, when you go, I don't know what we just missed there, so I don't know what happened, but when you go to save this, you're going to, same as with Word, same as with Excel, File, Save, go find your directory and save it in there. And that's as simple as it is. Watch this a couple of times if you need to. It's only about 8 minutes long so that you're prepared for the Kahoot in class. And we'll discuss it when I see you again. Have a good day.